Morning students, will continue with the 11th standard economics, Indian economy, 8th lesson. In that next topic is that small scale industries. About 60 to 70% total innovation is come from this SSI, new technology or anything discovering new thing in the SSI kitta dhaan first word. Major big industry now today achieved they all once they are become a small scale. The small scale industry irundha ipo vandu periya industry irukanga. That's what they meant to say. So here the role of SSI in the economic development. First one is here it uses a intensive techniques that user friendly means it won't use a big missions from the foreign or high capital missions and all. It won't use. It use only the user friendly. Appa user friendly and the technology we can easily learn, so the people will learn easily, so the large number of people will learn that one. Employment opportunity will be given easily, so it will be providing employment opportunity for the artisans, professionals, a traditional work, family or work பண்ணிக்கிற அவங்களுக்கு it will be there. Next we'll go for the bring balanced regional development. It promote a decentralized development. For example, big industries is there. For that industry, for example, we can take car industry. I told already, manufacturing car. To manufacture car, it need bolt, net, seat cover and all. They cannot manufacture all in that one. So this bolt, to manufacture bolt and net, seat cover, belt and all can be given to the small sectors. So that work can be decentralized and giving. So this small scale industry will be helping for the big industry. So this will remove the disparities, difference in the economy, so that it can be bring a balance between the regional development. And also it reduce the problem of conjunction or word இருக்கும் CONGESTION or word அங்க இருக்கும். That means allergies, if it's there, means if in the cities means it's very much polluted, so allergy may occur. So because of this SSI, contagion, slums, sanitation, overpopulation and all will be reduced, because this SSI will be set up outside the city, and also it will help to improve the standard of living of a people. Next we'll go for the help in mobilization of local resources, as it improves the small savings. So many of the business owner organizers will be very talented. Without using their talent, they will be unutilized and keeping their talent. So because this is a SSI only, their talents will be coming out. And also it give a platform for the traditional family skills, handicrafts. And also it give a self-employment in the villages and also in the town. Next, pay for the optimization of capital. It requires a less capital to start a SSI small scale. So because of that less capital, we can pay or repay the loan easily to the bank. So banks all are because they can easily repay. That's why the bank will be providing loan to this SSI. Next, promote exports. It does not require a big as I said, missions, imported mission and all don't be having foreign countries. So if you want to buy means we have to exchange our money into foreign countries currency. So that pressure of exchange won't be there for the government. So export won't be there. But SSI earn more of a foreign earning because of export. We are exporting, mission won't be there. So this SSI is a main reason and earning the more of a foreign earn to the India. Next is complement of a large, as I said, it provide components, accessories for the large scale industry, and then accessories they will be manufacturing and giving to the big industry. So this SSI will be set up near the large scale industries to meet the requirement of that big industries. And one more thing, meet the consumer demand. It provide and serve the inflammatory force of providing goods, and that means that SSI will be in the locality with the people. மக்கள் கூடவே இருக்கிறதுனால what is the need of that locality people, according to that they will start supplying. Next, development of entrepreneurship means many of the job seekers யார் வேலை தேடி போறாங்களோ they will become the owners, so that they will become the job givers. It provides self-employment, self-reliance in the society. So it increases the per capita income of a country and also national income of a country. Next, we'll go for the micro manufacturing, micro, small and medium industry, that MSMES we can say. But in that, the first one is a manufacturing enterprises. In that first one, macro manufacturing industries means a small scale industry. எந்த அளவுக்கு a capital காசு வேணும் to start this one, categorize they have made it. First one, micro means small, that means it should not exceed 25 lakhs. Second, small manufacturing, it can be more than 5 lakh, but it should not exceed 5 crores. It should not be there. Exceed na அதிகமா ஆகக்கூடாது. Next, medium manufacturing means more than 5 crore irukkalam, but it should not exceed 10 crores. Next, service enterprises. It should not first micro. It should not exceed 10 lakhs with the equipment சேர்த்து, I mean machines சேர்த்து தான் அவங்க சொல்றாங்க. Small scale services means more than 10 lakh. It should not exceed 12 crores. அதிகமா 12 crores அதிகமா போகக்கூடாது. Next, medium service enterprise, more than 2 crores, but should not go beyond the 5 crores. Next, we'll go for the public sector and private sector bank. So what are the bank quality should be a public? Or bank வந்து public bank, அது government bank ஆகணும்னா என்னென்ன quality? First, the government should hold the major portions, shares. அதாவது 58 to 60% of a share should be in the hands of a government. அப்பதான் அந்த bank will be is called as a public sector, government bank. Example, we can say SBI, Punjab, PNB, Punjab Union. SBI 58 to 60% share, it is in the hands of a government. So shares, usually the shares of more than 50% will be in the hands of the government. That bank will be is called as a government bank. You can see the next will go nationalization bank. Some of the bank will be in the you can say why the bank should be nationalized, in the sense we have to, the control and regulation function should be in the bank. It should be in the hands of a government. It should be there, because why means if its control will be there in the hands of the government, then only they can be fix the interest rate. Welfare of the people facilities or service can be implemented. Example, SBI bank, PNB bank, BOP bank, you can say. Next, we'll go to the private sector banks. Private sector banks means most of the share will be owned by the private people, corporates or institution or individuals. It will be there. So these are controlled by the private people. So in India, public sector banks will be 72.9% percentage wise. The bank wise number அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா 27 public sector bank, 22 private sector bank, we can say. According to the RBI, the apex banking, that the single banking, they give the license to the small finance banks, SFB. So in result of that only, Airtel Payment Bank, Paytm Payment and all came into existence. But we cannot confirm that how much this will be helpful to the small people or poor people, we cannot confirmly say that will be helpful for the poor people. Next, we'll go for the nationalization of bank. So the government of India has decided to nationalize 14 major banks, commercial bank. They wanted to nationalize in the year 19th July 1969. After that, 1980 again 6 more banks were nationalized. Okay, you can see here 1969 14 banks. You can see the name of that 14 banks, and also 6 banks in 1980 they are nationalized. So now we'll go for the what is the reason for the or objective for the nationalize of bank. The bank எதுக்கு nationalize பண்ணனும் அப்படின்ற reason. First, to attain the welfare in the field of agriculture, small scale industry or village industries, and they want to give expand the habit of banking, saving banking. The habit should be there in the people, middle of the people they want to, so that's why they made it. One more thing, and the second point is that the curb the public model. இந்த ப்ரைவேட் பேங்க் லெண்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அதிகமாக கொடுக்குறாங்க, அவங்கள எல்லாத்துலேயும் டெமாலிஷ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு. அண்ட் ஒன் மோர் திங், டு க்ரப் மீன்ஸ் டு join all the private monopolies. They should not give the money or a credit facility at the more interest. And one more thing, 70% of people will be in the rural area. For them, in India, you can say. So, to create the habit of banking, அப்படின்னா மணியை சேவ் பண்ணி வைக்கணும், அந்த ஹேபிட் அவங்ககிட்ட கிரியேட் பண்ணணும்னா there should be bank in there. That's why they made it. And one more thing, imbalance will be in the அந்த ஸ்டேட்ல தான் அதிக பேங்க் இருக்கு, இந்த ஸ்டேட்ல ஒரு ரூரல் ஏரியால ஒரு ஹில்லி ரீஜன் அப்படியெல்லாம் இல்லை. They wanted to reduce the imbalance in the banking facilities. And after nationalization, new branches were opened in the rural and urban area. And also, the bank credit facility will be given to the agriculture, agro-based. அப்படி agriculture பேஸாக இருக்கிற இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, இப்போ சுகர் வச்சுக்கணும்னா சுகர் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங்க்கு வந்து சுகர் கேன் இருக்கணும். ஸோ அந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்குள்ள they given the more important. So these are because why means the most of the village people will be morely depend upon the private lenders. Next we'll go for the 5-year plans. Performance of India 5-year plan. First 5-year plan is from the 1951 to 56. Based on the Harrod-Domar model. Harrod-Domar model in the sense அப்படின்னா, if you are saving means that saving should be invested. That investment should be for the productive purpose. அதுதான் ஒரு formula will be K is equal to S is equal to IS is equal to K ன்னு ஒரு formula இருக்கும். அது Harrod-Domar model. So according to the first year, the mostly the importance will be given for the agriculture. This plan was a success and achieved a GDP growth of 3.6%, more than a profit, more than the target they achieved. Next we'll go for the second 5-year plan from 1956 to 61. It is based on a Mohala-Nebis model, we can say. That is shifting the industrial investment, domestic consumption sectors. That means whatever inside the country's people's needed, that one you manufacture, make them self-sufficient. Day-to-day activity what and all needed, produce that one and make the self-sufficient. நம்ம வேற யார்கிட்ட எந்த திங்ஸும் வாங்காம நம்மளே ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும் அப்படின்றது செகண்ட் industrial investment. This plan was succeeded and the growth rate was a 4%. Next we'll go for the third 5-year plan, 1961 to 66. Gadgil Yojana, we can say that is. This target one mainly economy independent and also self-parable position. That means எதுக்காகவும் எக்ஸ்டர்னல் கண்ட்ரி கிட்ட ஒரு எக்ஸ்டர்னல் ஏஜென்சி கிட்ட நம்ம எதுவுமே வாங்கக்கூடாது. தட்ஸ் வாட் த செல்ஃப் பேரபிள். PRPALLED நாங்கள் ஒரு வேர்டு செல்ஃப் பேரபிள்னா செல்ஃப் சஃபிஷியன்ட். வித்தவுட் எக்ஸ்டர்னல் ஏஜென்சி வி ஹாவ் டு ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆர் செல்ஸ். But due to the Indo-China War, this plan was a not successful one. But target 5.6 they fixed it, but they did not implement it. Next we'll go for the Plan Holiday. This is year from 1966 to 1969. Because of an Indo-Pakistan war, this plan was a failure. Third 5-year plan was a failure. So because of that, an annual plan, yearly annual plan, they introduced. That given important will be given to the agriculture, based agricultural allied sector, and also industrial agents. Allied sector, as I said, sugar producers, sugar cane, and the mother agriculture based industry, they gave the more important. Next we'll go for the fourth 5-year plan. This main aim was to achieve the self-reliance. This year from the 1969 to 1974. Fulfill the needs by yourself. At the self-sufficient. உனக்கு தேவையானது நீயே produce பண்ணி. But this plan was a fail because of because the target is 5.7. They only achieved 3.3. Failure plan. Next, fifth 5-year plan 1974 to 79. This plan was a top importance was given to the agriculture industry and minings. Plan was successful. Target on the 4.4 da, but they achieved more than the target 4.8. And this plan was terminated 1 year before. The plan was actually plan year was 1974 to 1979. Achieved target more than 78 le nirthitanga, that terminated. Appo 1 year irukudilla. This plan was prepared by the DP Door. So, 1 year on the 78 to 79, they given the rolling plan. 1 year rolling plan. They given. Next, we'll go for the sixth 5-year plan. They, according to this plan, they wanted to eradicate the poverty, develop the technological self-reliance. That means, we will produce Garibi Hatto, Hindi word, motto. So based on the investment yojana, this was implemented. Growth rate 5.2, but they achieved 5.7. Successful plan. Target 5.2, successful 5.7 more than a successful date. Next we'll go for the 7th 5-year plan, 1985 and 1990. Self-reliance, as I said, create the job opportunity. Target 5 percentage. Achieved on the 6th successful plan. Next, this plan, next they have given for the annual plan 90 to 91, no, and 91 to 92 years annual plan. Annual plan or varshathukku or plan, because some was a disturbance in the central government or political situation, unstable political situation, 2 annual plan, 2 years they have made it. Next, they given the 8th 5-year plan, 92 to 97. It was given more important for the human resources, employment, education, public health, and also they are successful in this. Target 5.6, they achieved 5.8. Next, 9th 5-year plan, 1997 to 2002. And the main they focused on for the justice and equality should be given. That means the promotion of public sector. That means public sector in the welfare facilities, court, police station, hospital, government hospitals, or a clinic of in the village. That will be given the main important. Target on the 7, but they achieved 5.6. Next we'll go for the 10th 5-year plan. In that 10th 5-year plan, double the per capita income of India for the next 10 years. For 1,000 rupees என்னோட salary அப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா அடுத்த 10 வருஷத்துல என்னோட salary should be 10,000. அதுதான் per capita income should be. Each individual's salary double பண்ணும். Because they wanted to reduce the poverty for the 15%, 15% in the 2012 kulle they wanted to achieve this one. The target 8, but they achieved 7.2 only. But we can consider the growing rate. Next, we'll go for the 11th 5-year plan. 2007 to 2012, fast and more inclusive growth. The target was 8%, but they achieved 7.9. Next, last we'll go for the 12th 5-year plan. Faster growth and sustainable growth. And this எந்த growth நம்ம அச்சீவ் பண்றோம் அந்த growth அச்சீவ் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்புறம் விட்டுட்டு கூடாது. We should maintain at the sustainable growth. The target is 7.9. They achieved. So up to the 12 5-year plan only we are closer. Up to that only. No, there was no 13 5-year plan. To be concluded, all this plan has given guidelines for the government. What are the resources? Very shortage, scarce resources. That means get use of that resources without wasting. Optimum use gain should be there without wasting. So government adopt this 5-year plan from the Russia கிட்ட இருந்து இந்த பிளான் எல்லாமே நம்ம அடாப்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். Next we'll go for the this NII Ayogya is a 5-year plan. Instead of a 5-year plan, they given the NII Ayogya. Here this is NII Planning Commission. This was the 1st January 2015. National Institute for Transforming India. They have made it. Next we'll go for the government of India only. It is set up. This is about we'll learn briefly in the 12th standard economics. They given this one briefly. Question also will be there in the 12th standard. They give introduction in this 11th. Then we'll go for the development indicators. First one, the Human Development Index, HDI we can say. This HDI means it was published by United Nations Development Organization in the year 1990. It helped the government to what is the real upliftment standard of living of a people அப்படின்றத வந்து justify. They wanted to make a survey. So here according HDI was developed by the Pakistani economist called the Moib ul Haq we can say, and the Indian economist Amartya Sen in the 1990. They published this in the United Nations Development Program, UNDP we can say. On this, based on that one, life expectancy index. So on based of this one, education, GDP per capita. So இதெல்லாம் வச்சு ஒரு ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆஃப் லிவிங் ஆஃப் அ பீப்புள் ஆஃப் அ கண்ட்ரி எப்படி ஜஸ்டிஃபை பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு. So on the based on three indicators they are given. First one, the longevity measured life expectancy of a birth. Next, second one, education attainment, equal education given male female. Next, standard of living of a people, purchasing power party. We are able to buy a car normally when compared to developed country. America la car வாங்குறது easy, India la car வாங்குறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் இல்லையா? Purchasing power party. So that should be. So according to the report UNDP 2016, India ranked 131 rank out of 188 countries. India would place on the 131. That means we are achieving the medium human development. So according to this, top 3 countries, Norway, Australia, Sweden. And one more, the Baswaji Goha has added another indicator, life, a standard of living of a people, good or not, justify பண்றதுக்கு. Quality life, poverty eradication, urbanization also should be taken into consideration there. Next we'll go for these are the indicators you can see. What will be there? Next we'll go for the PQLI. Physical Quality Life Index. Maurice has given, economist has given. So the measurement to calculate the quality of a life for a well-being of a country. So for a country citizens they are good with a healthy அப்படின்றதுக்கு they given them 3 indicators. First one, life expectancy. எவ்வளவு நாள் ஒரு மனுஷன் உயிரோட இருக்க முடியும் ஹெல்த்தியா. Second one, the infant mortality rate. Third one, literacy rate. A ranking will be from 1 to 100. Here 1 வந்து worst, represent worst, 100 வந்து best. Example how we can say means life expectancy upper limit is 100. ஒரு ஒரு ஹியூமனு ஹெல்த்தியா ஹவு லாங் 100 இயர்ஸ்க்கு இருந்தால் அது ஹெல்த்தி, அப்போ அதுதான் 1. ஓகே, தட் இஸ் த பெஸ்ட். ஓகே, ரேங்கிங் அதை தான் அங்கே மீன் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ திஸ் வாஸ் அஷ்யூர்டு ஆர் அச்சீவ்டு பை 77 இயர்ஸ். இப்போ ஒரு கண்ட்ரியில் ஒருத்தர் தான் 100 நாள் வராங்க, அதெல்லாம் கன்சிடர் பண்ணுது. 100 பேரில் வந்து 70 பேர் 77 வருஷம் உயிர் வாழறாங்கன்னா அதை தான் டேக் இன் டு கன்சிடரேஷன். இப்போது ஜப்பான்ல ஒரு 101 இயர் ஒரு பாட்டி இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா we cannot take into consideration. ஓவரால் கண்ட்ரியில் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த பீப்புள் ஆர் லிவிங் ஹெல்த்லி ஃபார் 77 இயர்ஸ் அப்படின்னு கன்சிடர் பண்ணு. தட் வாஸ் அச்சீவ்ட் இன் த இயர் 1973 ஸ்வீடன், 77 இயர்ஸ். நெக்ஸ்ட் லோவர் லிமிட் வந்து 1. This was achieved by 28 years in the Guinea-Bissau அப்படின்னு ஒரு country. It was in the tropical country West Africa in the 1960s. To be concluded, we can say HDI, it gives both a physical financial. Physicalaவும் நல்லா இருக்கணும், financial நல்லா இருக்கணும். That is a HDI. PQLI mean only physically we are good or not, that can be determined. So these are all about the lesson 8. Next class we'll go for the 9th lesson. Thank you.